So can we start now, Sam?
Are you done eating?
Yes.
All right, zip.
Sorry.
Did you turn the oven off?
Turn the stove off.
Did you turn the oven off too?
I don't know. I didn't check.
You got to turn both of them off.
We are mere casuals. You look.
Why are you staring at me? You look a little greasy. Welcome back to Mere Casuals, a World of Warcraft classic podcast
Oh.
For Wrath of the Lich King.
focusing on Wrath of the Lich King.
Is your mic on?
Her mic's on, just,
You turned me down because
Did I?
talk too loud.
well, that's because when you get excited, you, like, scream into the microphone. So, we're back. It's been a week since we recorded, roughly. Did we record on Monday or Sunday last week?
Yes.
So it's been like either 7 or 8 days since we recorded, and I feel like not a lot has gone on. We have been playing some. What have we been? How do we? Where do we want to go? What do we want to do first?
News.
News? Okay.
Really? Okay.
Pause for news intro.
It's time for the news.
Thank you, Sam.
Every time.
You have to, or else they won't know that was the news intro. Okay, so news. There is a news, because I was listening to one of the other podcasts that actually legitimately does research, and they said there was a change to bloodthirst/heroism. Did you hear about the change to bloodthirst/heroism?
No, I didn't know that other classes could slash.
Oh, most of them can.
No.
Even what are the what are they called? Mage? Is Mage the blue one? Mage is the one that like casts fireballs and stuff, right?
Yes.
Mage, even mages and warlocks can slash. They can equip swords.
Sweet.
So like most classes can slash.
So, what are the changes?
Shamans cannot slash.
Axes.
Do you slash or do you chop with an axe? I feel like you chop with an axe. Oh, that reminds
You
me.
do it in a slashing fashion.
We didn't introduce ourselves. Who are we?
You usually go first. Why are you looking at me?
Well, because I
My
like to shake
name
things
is.
up.
My name's Alan/Okona. Don't forget the effect this week.
I put the effect in last week.
No, you didn't.
I
Well, maybe
did.
it was
It was
last
the
week.
week
It was the
before
week
I missed
before.
it.
Yeah. So there's two that you've missed on.
Sam/Rolaren, who are you?
That is who I am.
You have to introduce
Thank you
yourself.
for introducing.
It's not good enough that I do it. You have to do it.
Yeah, he'll edit that out.
I'm Sam/Rolaren.
Hi, Sam. I'm Will/Josh. Josh/Will Riker. And
You mix up your real life with your fantasy life a number of times, eh?
I do. It gets confusing. I have no idea who I am anymore. So now that we've introduced ourselves.
Who's maxing out? It's me.
Yeah. Do you want me to turn you down a little?
Well, I mean, because I was pretty quiet last week, so now I'm close to the microphone. Maybe.
Just what you have to do is you have to get close to the mic like this and talk in a soft, normal voice.
Okay, well, I'm trying to make this normal.
Yeah, like that. But when you get excited and you're like, blah, 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 then it maxes out.
Well, apparently for you too.
I know. That's why I don't get excited.
But I haven't been that excited yet.
Every week before we podcast, I take a pill that numbs my excitement.
See, I'm old.
Oh,
I got to
I think
take
you
the
take
pill.
that every day.
I got to take the pill to
Yes, I do.
reverse that particular effect.
That sounds dirty. So what were we talking about before I forgot that we hadn't introduced
Bloodthirst
ourselves yet?
slash.
Bloodthirst. Okay, yeah. So we're in the news. We introduced ourselves during the news. I wonder if I could like clip that out and put it at the beginning so it sounds like we introduced
We could
ourselves
just
at the
start
beginning.
over right now.
We're 4.5 minutes in. It's too late for that. So
I'm not turning this car around.
bloodthirst/heroism. Oh, that's what you did. You derailed us by saying slash. Bloodthirst/heroism.
You said slash first.
Yeah, but you pointed it out. You were like, oh, yeah, other classes can slash too because I'm a rogue. So bloodthirst and heroism, just to avoid further nonsense. They changed it so that... Oh, what did they change? They changed something.
Well, that was interesting news there.
Oh, right, I remember. I was confusing it with another change. So they changed it so that if you're out of range and you don't get the bloodthirst effect, you don't get the sated debuff. That comes in handy on fights like Yog, I can't remember his last name.
Saron.
Yog Saron. It comes in handy on fights like that because if you're like in his brain or stomach or wherever you go, and someone lusts, someone bloodlusts, and you don't get the buff, you still get debuffed. So if you have a second shaman, you can still get it later.
Okay, so just to clarify, it's not a bloodthirst slash thing; it's a bloodlust. 'Cause you said bloodthirst.
Bloodlust / heroism, because one is the alliance side version.
Okay, so you said bloodthirst, but it's bloodlust.
It is bloodlust.
Okay, that makes a little more sense to me.
Bloodthirst is a warrior ability that does nothing like what the shaman ability
But
does.
you started this whole thing off with bloodthirst.
But I said / heroism, so I feel like people will get what I'm saying.
I had no idea what heroism was.
No? You played Alliance with... Oh, wait. When we played Alliance, there was no shamans on Alliance side.
There was no shamans on Alliance side. That is correct, sir.
So that comes in handy on fights like Yogg-Saron. Not that we would know anything about that, because our guild never got to that point, and at this point may never get to that point. But we'll talk about that later. Other change, and I like this change because my alt is a shaman. Oh, wait. The bloodthirst thing. No, bloodlust? The bloodlust thing affects my shaman as well, but... The fire elemental, you know, I have a fire elemental I can summon.
Having played a shaman in retail, yes.
So it's on a 10-minute cooldown, right?
Yes.
And you know how all other cooldowns tend to reset when a boss finishes? Like all the big cooldowns, like Bloodlust, Thirst, and all that stuff?
I'm starting to...
Bloodlust, stuff like that. Yeah, the elemental never reset. So if you kill 2 bosses less than 10 minutes apart, you can't use your elemental on the second one. And that was lame. But they changed that, so the cooldown resets when you kill the boss. Did you fall asleep, Sam?
I'm listening.
Yeah.
You look like you fell asleep.
My eyes
That's
are
news to me. These are shaman-related things, and my alt is a shaman, so I'm excited.
See, that confused the heck out of me in the past.
What did?
Don't release.
Oh, yeah, you know why, right?
I'm learning it right now.
Oh, really? You didn't know why?
Well, I knew there was a 10-minute sated debuff. I figured out that if we release at a certain time, that it somehow wipes it out, but I didn't know why or how.
Because the way it works is when a boss encounter ends, it refreshes the cooldowns and wipes the debuff. So if you release before the encounter ends, it can't trigger that refresh.
Okay.
So you have to wait until everyone's dead and the boss resets, so you drop your sated and then you can come back in and get it.
So they just want you to be able to use it again on the next boss.
Yeah, they don't want you to be some useless unbloodlusted rogue. Bloodlust. I said it right.
Yeah. So I always thought it was a 10-minute sated. I knew it was happening because they were telling us not to release. I just didn't know why. I don't remember there not being a 10-minute cooldown, but maybe that's because in retail I didn't raid.
Yeah. In retail? Oh, like way back.
Like way back.
Oh, I thought you meant like in classic. I was like, yes, you did. I raided with you. We just didn't have shamans.
The evil thing called retail.
Yeah, retail's terrible. Even people working in retail seem to hate it. That might be a different thing, though. Hey, that was funny.
He works in retail.
Yeah, I know. And
Actually, the place I work for has wholesale in its name.
it's retail.
Wholesale.
They're a retail store pretending to be a wholesaler.
Yeah, they used to be.
It's
a
not
wholesaler.
actually a wholesaler. It's a retail store. That's probably it for the news. Does anyone else have any more news?
I have news.
You have news?
Yes.
What's the news?
Well, much to your suggestion last time, I listened to Bob's podcast.
Oh, did you steal some of his news?
I stole some of his news.
Sweet. Well, that's where I got the Bloodlust thing from.
Well, one of them, they were talking about transfers, but it doesn't apply to anybody except for people in certain realms. They're talking about the WoW tokens. So they had them in China forever, but they recently released them in...
Are the WoW tokens coming here?
Yeah, they released them in Taiwan realms. So
Are you going on record saying that Taiwan is not a part of China?
No, I'm not playing records at all.
Oh, it's a bold. That's a bold non-statement.
I didn't make it. I'm reading.
No, I mean the Taiwan thing.
The Taiwan Battle.net shop, they have WoW tokens and level 70 boosts, which are not limited to one per account.
And that's on Wrath Classic servers in Taiwan?
Yeah.
So
they're saying there's a small possibility that maybe it'll come here, but they don't know for sure.
So they're slowly working their way west towards North America. Because I think, isn't Taiwan just slightly to the west of China?
Did I show you my grades in geography?
No, you didn't.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, I think it is. So they're slowly, the WoW tokens are slowly making their way. I wish there was WoW tokens.
Ask me a math question, damn it. Not a geography question. Don't actually ask me a math question. I'm too old to do this.
If you start with 1,060 gold, and after you collect the profit from all your auctions, you end up with 3,715 gold, how much gold have you made?
Like 1,600. So... This is where my age comes in.
He's an accountant, you know.
So no, I did that on purpose for an illustration. This is the air thing.
The air thing?
Yeah. So you said 1,060, and because we've argued about it already this morning,
That was an
remember-
argument?
Well, I'm exaggerating for dramatic effect.
I don't even know what you're talking
But because we talked about it this morning, 1,060 is in my head.
Oh,
But
that.
when she was talking about it earlier, she may have said 1,060, she being Sam, sorry. When Sam said it earlier and she said 1,060, I may have heard it, but my mind would have moved the 6. So I had the 6 moved. So I was thinking 1,600. I thought it was much more. So this is why I like to have things written down. I like to see things. I'm more of a visual mather
You
than
know
in
what
the air
probably
mather.
confused you? When Sam first read off the numbers, she read off 1,060 as 160.
That's true. So I still had the 1 and the 6 together.
So you added the 0 in a different spot
I
than
did.
Sam added the 0.
I did. I just carried. I didn't actually add a 0. I just moved the decimal place. The 0 kind of defaulted in.
Sure. Yeah, no, I agree. So,
So other.
and do you really not know what we're talking about? You wanted us to add up how much gold you made
I
when
know,
you
I
sold,
figured that
because
out.
you sold like, what did we figure? It was like 2,600 gold. You sold like 2,600 gold worth of like rugged leather.
I did.
Because you sold how much? Tell us how much you sold rugged leather for.
A stack of 20 for 150.
And you sold several stacks, and people paid
There was
150.
other things in there with it. Like I sold like silk cloth. For
Did you
like
put
2
like a
gold
little
or something,
bundle
or-
of gold in the rugged leather? Like, why is the rugged leather so expensive?
I don't know.
'Cause
That was
it's
on the lower end.
It's rugged.
To keep that volume.
You always tell me not to yell.
Well, no, I
that's
don't want
not
you to
you
yell,
yelling.
but I still want you to talk clearly into the microphone. So, are you going to go? Where did we get that? We got that rugged leather doing
That's been
ZG,
in my
right?
Are we
bank
off the news?
forever.
What?
Are we off the news?
Oh, yeah. Pause for news outro. Are you done with the news?
Well, just that you mentioned they took a certain. I'm sorry to interrupt. We'll go back to this. Just that they took a certain achievement out of Children's Week for
Oh,
getting the
right.
title.
I figured we would
I
talk
forgot about
that when
that.
Children's Week comes up.
Well, we might as well, because that's kind of news, because that was a surprise thing that happened.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the achievement's called? I just remember hating it. I don't remember what it's called.
Oh no, I was kind of hoping it's where you have to take the child into the battlegrounds and make them do things because that's
Something child labor
And
or child
make them
abuse.
do
I don't know.
stuff?
yeah. There's
Yes.
yeah. You
What-
got to
what-
take them up into a tower and get them to touch a flagpole.
Yes. What you have to do is
What
you
did you
have to
post it
take
in?
you have to get an orphan to follow you. Discord somewhere. You have to get like an orphan
Thanks.
to follow you. I don't remember where I post things. Probably the achievements tab. You have to get an orphan and take it into a battleground, which is dangerous to start with. Like, who
Right.
does that? And then
Wow.
with the orphan following you, you have to return a flag in Warsong, which is probably the easiest of them if you're a fast clicker, Sam. And you have to tag a tower in Alterac Valley, which is a massive pain in the butt because you're there in teams of 40 and good luck being the one that gets to tag the tower because
Yes.
there's like a couple and it's always the rogues that run ahead and are tagging stuff. I never get to tag towers. Like there's achievements. I've done so many Alterac Valleys and there's achievements for like
I'm
tagging
usually
this
dead.
many towers. I don't have any. And you have
What?
to capture a flag in I think Eye of the Storm.
Yes.
Good luck doing that without your team helping you.
Yeah.
Like that battleground sucks.
As soon as you said it's always the rogues charging ahead, Sam gave me the eye.
It's always the rogues. It is though, because they like stealth up and they pre-cap the towers.
See, this is where I was saying it's an individual achievement. It said, really, you have to go in a group. It's like, no, I mean, you have to be the one to click is what I was referring to.
Yes, but you can't do it without either the support of a team or your team just flat out letting you do it.
Well, actually, when I did it way back in retail, I ran into a tower and there was an alliance there already catching it. And he had his orphan out, so I sat there and watched him. And I didn't attack him, didn't stop him. He caught it, and then he stepped back, and then I caught the flag, and he didn't stop me. So there was a little bit of mutual.
Are you sure that was the Alterac Valley one? Because that would be defending a tower, not tagging a tower.
It was Alterac Valley. It was in Alterac Valley.
Okay. Maybe it counts for either. But either way, I'm glad that's not in the meta achievement anymore. Like it was legitimately stressing me out knowing that me getting the long strange trip and the mount that goes along with it could be riding on whether or not I can tag a tower in Alterac Valley or capture the flag in Eye of the Storm. Like that's the stupidest thing to put in part of that achievement. Like who thought that was a good idea? It's silly.
I agree. It's very difficult. I got it done surprisingly in retail, but
There is a non-zero chance that I could spend the entire week trying to do that just one achievement and still fail at it. As is, I failed at getting my black dress. I didn't get my black dress. You both got it like
I got it on my second try.
Sam got it second try. Al got it first try. I opened like 8 bags. I never got one. Stupid luck-based achievements.
RNG.
Okay, so pause for news outro because we're done news now.
Did that count as, did you miss out on your...
That luckily was not a required for the meta achievement because, I mean, I'm glad it's not because it's luck-based, and if it's luck-based, I'm not going to get it. Like, I didn't get any of the mounts. I didn't even get the pet from the last one. I don't. From the
You have mounts that
from
I
the
don't
holidays?
have.
Yeah, ones that you can go farm.
Oh, I have no holiday mounts either.
Yeah, I know.
Holiday mounts
That's
either.
because you guys are with me when we go in, so they won't drop. They're
No,
like, oh,
they're supposed
he's
to
there.
drop for us and not for you.
Well, I mean, it's for all of us, and then we roll. But
That's
oh,
how
what did we?
roll.
What did we? We went to 8. So did we? I'm sure we've played the news outro by now.
And that, as they call it, was the news.
We're not in the news anymore, in case anyone wasn't sure.
Yeah, so we're talking about Sam's numbers.
We're talking about things that we do. So we went to AQ40 because somebody in our Discord told us you can skip the first boss in AQ40. And I was
You
like,
can't.
sweet, we need to go do that. They're like, you just jump on the ledge and go around them, but the door's locked, so that didn't work. But then I looked it up, and supposedly there's a way you can like clip through the wall, but we couldn't get that to work either. Probably for the best, because apparently you can get banned for that, but it didn't work. But it's like 2 expansions ago. Would anyone even care? It's not like we're doing it for
Well,
progress.
I just think that whatever was there was patched.
They probably fixed it. They patched the hole in the wall.
Well, you can't get into the one, as you're looking at it from the front, you can't get into the one on the left.
Yeah, and that's the video that I watched had that little cubby on the left that is now invisible walled off. So they probably fixed it.
And then I watched one where they did it from the right, but I can't get down there.
But we couldn't get past that first boss. I tried soloing it, and if anything, I did a little better soloing it than we did as a group because it couldn't mind control one of us.
Yeah. Sorry for killing you.
But the thing is, I have to both solo it, and Sam has to have her nature resist aura on me.
Do you know what I hate?
We can't do both.
Do you know what I hate about mind control? How much it reveals to me how bad I am at my character.
Yeah.
The game mind controls me and kills you with no problem. And I'm like, okay, you'd wipe me out in no time. It plays the character better than I do.
Well, okay. Now, to be fair, though, on the first boss of AQ, when it mind controls you, it also makes you bigger and buffs you by like 500% or something.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I'm saying. The
it's-
game sucks. I'm really good at my character.
It's not you. It's not your character that's beating on me. It is a monstrously beefed up version of your character.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
No, don't make you mind controlled. I wouldn't like you when you're mind controlled. But anyways, that's not even why I brought that up. We were talking about my bad luck.
Well, hold on a
We
sec.
went.
Was I buffed in ZG? Oh, thank you.
No, but I didn't know you were mind controlled. We'll talk about that in a minute. I'm trying to tell my AQ story here. So we did kill some trash on our way to the first boss in AQ, and 2 red mounts dropped.
At the start.
Like before the first boss, 2 red mounts. Those are the rare ones, which I still don't have. Well, neither did you at the time, but you both do, because I rolled a 12 and a 1 on the 2 rolls, and I lost both of them.
Nice.
I rolled a 1, Sam.
Because it's red.
What's that have to do with? Oh, because it's special? I
No,
don't know.
that's the achievement.
There's an achievement for getting the red mount?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm going to have to go back. See, the thing is, I can go solo that trash. I can just reset that raid as much as I want. I'll just do it until I get it.
I'm still missing one, so I'd like to go with you.
I'm missing like 3 of them. I think I only have the blue one.
I need the yellow one.
I think I need the yellow, so I don't want to go with Sam.
I need all of them.
Ninja.
You won the first red one.
I don't have the black one yet either.
There's a black one.
Yeah, you have to do the whole like
Yeah,
AQ opening event thing.
It's got to be a massive reset, and we start all over from the beginning.
Yeah, I don't think you can even do it anymore. You have to be the leader of a guild who's a ret paladin in classic and doesn't actually do anything useful, but kind of like rides on the coattails of the rest of the guild, but requires them to feed all of the
I
AQ
hated
opening
that.
quest stuff to him so that he can get his fancy.
So what you're
mount.
saying is we just got to get you to be the leader of a guild. You got most of that covered.
No, I'm a ret paladin in Wrath of the Lich King when ret paladins are awesome. I'm talking about ret paladins in classic when they are significantly less awesome.
A dwarf. Rat paladin.
Was he a dwarf?
He
Yeah,
is
he
a
was
dwarf.
dwarf.
Oh, I don't think I ever actually looked at him. I just assumed he was
like
human.
this big.
Neat.
Dwarf. He would have been this big.
So you
That
were
would've been
you were
mages.
making gnomes, not mages, gnomes.
Gnomes.
Mages can be tall.
Shut up.
Gnomes cannot. So okay, yeah. So we did AQ. We failed because I want to get past that first boss. I want to try the other ones. The first boss is so
We will
annoying.
never be able to do the twins or Cthulhu.
We don't know that.
We don't know that for sure.
Cthulhu.
See Cthulhu to tune.
I know when the pandas came out, I was able to get through there no problem.
That's like 2 expansions from now.
Yeah, I don't know if I did it before that or not, but
So that would have been what, level 85 max? It's a big jump.
no, pandas would have been 90.
Would they?
Well, Kata, we're 80 now. So
Oh, we are 80
Cataclysm.
now.
Yeah.
I get confused
I'm
sometimes.
only 30.
You're definitely older than 30.
Not by much.
You're like several years older than 30. It's true. So also we went to ZG. What mounts dropped in ZG?
None.
None. Yeah, we didn't get any mounts in ZG.
Well, it's a rarity. Let's
Al
be
killed
fair.
us.
We did a bunch of Stratholme runs.
Yeah,
What-
I took out a paladin and a hunter.
Yeah, okay.
And
so
pet.
so
I
ZG
almost had you down.
You know what it almost means? You
I failed.
didn't.
So, but in ZG, in my defense, I was not expecting you to go get yourself mind controlled because we tell you every run, Al, leave the piles alone.
Okay, so my
So-
question, you tell me every run and you still didn't expect it. That doesn't sound like a me problem.
Well, I wasn't expecting it at that moment, especially because we had cleared that room. Okay, first of all, I have to talk about you two.
What room was it in? I don't even
That's the room right before Bloodlord. The room that is easy but always gives us trouble for reasons.
Okay.
So I'm like,
Wait,
I
what
say
about
to
me?
you two, you are part of the problem.
I know what you're talking about.
So I say to these two, I'm like, stay here. I'm going to go gather up the mobs and bring them back here. And then Sam and Al are like, okay. So I go on my mount and I start gathering stuff up. And then Sam's dead all of a sudden and Al's health is going down. I was like, what are you doing? And they're like, well, we're attacking the mobs.
I'm pretty sure that you didn't say stay here. You said something about you're going to collect
I said
them
I
into
will
the
collect
middle.
them, but I
No,
always bring
but-
them back to that spot.
You had a big pile, and I said, "Are you ready?" And you said yes. So I started AOEing them, and I set my pet in, and then I died because no one else was helping.
No, you died because nobody else had hit the mobs yet.
You were unclear. You were clearly unclear.
We asked.
Well, I mean, as a general rule of thumb, if a protection paladin, like say me for example, is gathering up a room full of mobs, and that paladin is still on his mount, don't
I
attack
wasn't
yet.
looking at you.
What were you
I was
looking
looking at the pile, and I wanted to kill things.
Okay, well, you just gotta wait a little bit. So we died in ZG,
I don't think I did.
And then
I did.
I think you did because you died before. Because I remember it was just me left, and I was like, I don't know if I can solo this because I pulled like way too many for me to solo. I did spend a ridiculous amount of time sitting at 4% health though. That lasted a while. But then after we killed all that, there was like one straggler raptor left in the one corner. So I grabbed the raptor and I start killing the raptor, and my health starts dropping. And I was like, what is going on? This is one raptor. Like, there is no way it can do this much damage. So I'm like, I tried stunning the raptor, and then I was dead. And then Al's over here giggling and wheezing in the corner. And I was like, what just happened? And he was like, I was mind controlled.
Okay, in my defense, I did regret what I was doing as I was doing it. So it's a little thing about these piles. I clicked it, and the bar was going up. I said, okay, no, I don't want to do this, and I ran away. The pile was still there, so I didn't loot it. But apparently, if you touch the piles, it's going to trigger you. I
Yeah,
tried to get
you
it.
can't touch those piles.
But you know I'm going to do it again.
Probably.
You guys get so mad when I do that. It's so funny.
Well, when we went into like the tiger one, I saw a pile, and I thought about doing it.
Well, that wouldn't be an issue. We just kill you.
But no, it's so do it. Who cares?
Here's
We're having
here's
fun.
the here's probably
for
the
a good
source.
story.
It does, but here's probably the source of the frustration is we always seem to do ZG at the end of a long day. So like I think we were doing ZG, and I think what day would we
Is
do
that
it?
the day you made me shovel the driveway?
I don't know. But I know I had been at work No, because I worked evenings last week. I don't know. Either way, I just remember being super tired while we were doing ZG and being like, I just want to knock this out and get done.
Sounds
And
more
then I
like
was
a you
dead, and I
problem.
was like, ugh. We did Molten Core as well.
You make me cry.
2 bosses in Molten Core. We should have done more.
We just didn't get back.
We just didn't have time.
We'll get back.
We need to
We
sit
still
down.
have time. They haven't reset it yet.
I
Tomorrow.
know. We could do some this
You
evening.
pointed up, so
I'm moving when I talk.
Well, he's trying to point at the clock on the wall, but we don't have clocks on
there's
our
no
walls.
clock in this room.
Yeah, it was symbolic.
Okay.
He was pointing at the symbolic clock on our wall. What
We should
symbolic
try to
time is it
find
right now?
Not important. Never mind.
What do you want?
We should get right there, that spot, empty spot right there.
Oh,
Star
well,
Trek
I need
clock.
more comic books.
Okay.
That's what.
Oh,
So no, what I picture there, because just with the triangle, is an Enterprise.
we almost bought you one.
You got the disc.
That one.
Like the schematic?
No.
Yeah.
You got the disc up there, like just like a 2D version of it right there.
Yeah, like stuck to the wall.
You got space for the disc coming down into the body. You can put a clock on the middle.
Oh, so I would have to make this? I don't know how to make things.
Well, you can make it or buy it, but it's easy. You just buy an Enterprise, drill a hole, and buy a clock kit.
Okay. You can just buy clock kits?
Staples, not Staples. The other place, the crafty version.
I'd
of
rather
Staples.
use like glue,
Michaels.
probably.
Michaels.
Michaels. They sell clock. I've never heard of a clock kit.
I will post
Yeah,
a
you go in.
picture on Facebook.
Got the little motor
of our
and the
spot.
hands. And then some of them have the numbers. It all depends what design you want. It'll have numbers. It'll have symbols. You probably
Can
won't
I
find
put
Star
instead
Trek
of
symbols.
numbers or symbols? Can I get? You know what? I'll get extra. I'll buy another box of the Star Trek cards so I can get some doubles, and I'll have a cutout and I'll have a crew member's face for each time.
Yeah.
and I can be like, it's Troy o'clock.
3.
Yeah, that would work. I'd put Troy at 3.
Jerry
Does-
Ryan.
That's 7
That
o'clock.
will be at 7.
And oh man, number 1, Riker would be 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Data. Is Data the second in command? Data could be
Third.
number 2. Data's the third in command, right?
Why would Troy be 3?
But he's the number 2
Trois.
after Riker.
oh,
You know, it's French. Picard. What would Picard be?
okay, wrong podcast.
He could,
I sorry.
he
to bring
could be the face of the clock. Okay. Yeah.
No, I thought the Enterprise was the
the
face of
Enterprise is
clock.
the face. Yes.
Okay, so long story short, I don't have a clock on my wall.
Too late.
So what were we talking about?
I was
Oh, that
pointing
we
at a
still
clock.
have time to do Molten
Molten
Core
Core,
if we
yeah.
want to. We could. We need to make a concerted effort to actually go and clear as much Molten Core as we can, which means we need to get the condensers or the aquifers. What are they called? The quintessence. What are they?
I
The things.
know what it is, but
The
because
dosers,
you're
the
asking me right
dosers.
now, I don't know. So yeah, the things that douse the fires.
The rune dosers. I know it's called something, and it's like a weird name.
We just got to boost up our rep with the Hydraxian Water Lords, which we can do in
I've been doing.
Silithus.
Really?
Silithus. Yeah,
What do you
the
get?
elementals.
Oh, the elementals. I
So
forgot
we can work on a
about
couple
that.
things up there.
Yeah. Well,
We can clear
yeah.
at AQ20.
Yeah, we could. We started one day, and then I had to go to work or something. We didn't have time to finish.
We can achieve our AQ20. We can work on Cenarian rep down there, and we can work on Hydraxian. It's a busy place down there.
And I can skin things.
Well, they're elementals, so no.
Never mind. I wasn't really listening.
The cultists are also human. You're not allowed to skin those. I keep telling you, you're
Yeah,
not allowed
yeah.
to skin humans. Sam.
We keep telling you should go into Ungoro and just go around skinning things there.
For rugged leather?
Yeah.
Oh, that's how this whole thing started. I was saying we should go back to ZG and kill all the crocodiles and snakes, and you can skin those for rugged leather, and we'll get bijous and rep for them as like a bonus. Tigers, kill the tigers too. The panthers, you can skin the panthers. I'm sure there's other things. You can't skin the trolls because those are people. Yeah, there's lots of stuff. We could do the snake boss room. There's lots of snakes in there. We could do that. We could two-man that. We don't even need Al.
Okay.
You can come if you want.
Okay.
So
Well, yeah, we keep saying we make a concerted effort, but we haven't even done a concerted effort on our mount runs because we don't even talk about the fact that we can run in for the White Strider. We haven't tried for the White Strider in
Which
forever.
one's the White
The what?
Strider?
Sun Strider Isle? The
Sunstrider.
No, the elves. The raid with the elves. You get the White Strider.
Elves.
The raid with the elves, like Like the Blood Elves?
Yes, we were.
Are you
doing
talking
this.
about Magister's Terrace?
Yes,
That's not a raid. That's a 5-man dungeon.
same difference.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we haven't done that. We could. I don't know. It's just so much coordination and doing things. When me and Sam get on, we're like, hey, do you want to play our low-level characters? So we've been playing our low-level characters. Which,
Haven't
we should
really
talk
been
about that.
playing.
You've been doing achievements and stuff too, but we should talk about what we did yesterday or the
We
day
actually
before.
did a lot this week for our guild, not doing anything.
I'm going to talk about our guild in a minute. I'm going to get to our agenda after we talk about what we've done, because we did play our low levels. We played our Jack and Beverly Crusher, and who did we play with?
Marmora,
Marmora
and
is-
Gene
Marm-
Simmons.
No,
I
neither of those things.
Mean Gene.
Al, who did we play with? Oh, there you go. You got it.
Well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
So one
It
of
was fun.
our listeners who
also-
joined our guild, and most days is the only other person on our guild.
There's
which again,
never
going to
very
talk
many.
about that later.
Okay.
We did.
Yeah. And Mumra.
Is that the noise that your cartoon
No, it's
version
probably a
makes?
very bastardized version of it, but
Okay.
I tried.
So, because you were on your warlock, and when we did,
Yeah, Mumra, my warlock.
which it was pointed out to us that you and I have some different play styles when we do dungeons.
Yes.
Because you're like, no, wait, I have to prepare, and I was like, charge.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay, so
My way is more fun, for the record.
It is, and I'll have fun once I get. The thing is, I haven't. So Mumra is like the second character I made when Classic came out. So Torash is the first, and then we skipped over to Alliance. So then when I came back to Horde when Wrath came out, we started over. So I made Okona, and then I had Torash sitting at 60, so I brought him up. Mumra, I haven't played him, which has got
Now,
to be years.
you skipped a step. You made Mumra back when we were still Horde in original Classic.
Yes, he was the
So,
second
Yeah.
character I made.
Yeah.
He
So I
did
didn't-
say that.
I didn't.
He did,
yeah.
but then he said it weird some
Yeah.
stuff after, and it was
So
confusing.
Mumra is still down in the 40s. He was at 44. He's
Still
at 45 now
Oh.
because he was on the cusp of 45. So that run we did.
Is that why you leveled and we didn't, being like 6 levels
Yeah, because it
lower
was
than
like
you?
this
Yeah, I
this
keep
far.
had so much rusted
Did
experience.
were you camped out in a city?
I was in Ashenvale for the most part. Yes, is in the end.
That's a town? Okay.
And then
because I was going to
so-
say, it doesn't matter how long you're camped out. I think if you're not in an inn, it caps at 100% rather than 150.
Cool.
So I think no matter how long you're logged out, if you're not in an inn, you're not going to get the maximum rested you can get, which sucks.
But
Also, I could be wrong.
so yeah, so to make a short story long, which we're doing today,
We do that a lot.
I took Mumra in, and I'm a higher level, so I didn't want to suck compared to everybody else, which I did. But I haven't played him, especially at this spec. So I'm relearning, and as we're going along, it's like, oh, I need that. So I'm putting things on the bars as we're playing. And it's just, I was really, really slow at everything I did.
Can
there.
I tell you something about your skill level playing a warlock? Can I make a comment about it?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's not going to be complimentary, I'm sure, but I'm okay with it. Go ahead.
No one cares.
Oh my God.
It's true.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. You're level 44.
I can't
we're
believe-
we're doing Scarlet
can't
Monastery. It doesn't
believe-
matter if you don't know how to do it. Just spam
Can't-
Shadow Bolt.
Can't believe you just called me no one.
Well, I mean, isn't that one of your character names?
No. No, I care. But so when Mean Gene said, "Oh, why don't you just life tap that?" I'm like, "Oh yeah,
no,
that's
no,
the thing."
No, you cannot quote Mean Gene without doing the voice.
Well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. When he sat there and he told me that I should life tap, and I can't keep this up because I'm not that creative.
Oh,
So he told me I should life tap, and I'm like, "Oh yeah." And then I said, "Okay, so if I'm gonna life tap, I'm gonna need to find a way to get my life back. I need my mana back. I need to do this to get shards." I was like, so many things to hit, and I'm trying to do a proper rotation. But you're right. I just got to spam the freaking shadow bolts.
no such thing as a proper rotation at level 44.
Yeah.
You spam whatever works.
Well, I know that because when I was reading the guides on it, it says you have to use this ability and this ability. I'm going, I said,
You
how
don't
do I
have
learn-
those because
how
the
do I
guides
learn
are for
this
level
ability?
80.
Where do I learn this ability? I'm going, it's not even available. It's like, oh yes, this is okay. What you just said.
Yes. Yeah,
Are
those
you gonna have
guides.
trouble with that?
With that, I'll fix it. It's fine.
'Cause-
You'll sound a little distorted, but I can make it so it doesn't blow people's eardrums out.
But I'm kind of talking normal.
I know, but every once in a while, you start you get your voice goes up a bit and it gets louder. It's just the way. I mean,
Yeah,
I'll
so
fix
it's either this or barely legible at all.
I'll fix it later.
Not legible. Edible. Not edible.
Al is
Hearable.
barely edible. Sam's barely awake. Hi, Sam.
Hey.
Tell us a story, Sam.
I don't have any stories.
Talk louder. Why are you so quiet? What achievements did you get? Any cool? I know you're tired. Sam gets up at like 3 a.m. for work in the morning, so she's like, I'm so tired, and it's only noon. What
It's
achievements
3
did you
a.m.
get this
She
week,
must
Sam?
be lonely.
Because you do achievement stuff while I'm at work.
She's opening up Discord to read everything she's linked.
So I asked Sam what achievements she got, and she proceeded to yawn for 4 solid seconds.
That's an achievement. Seconds, it's hard to get them solid.
Got Strathholm.
Right? You did do Strathholm.
I got the Outland cooking achievement.
Okay, I don't have that one.
I did not post it.
You got Skolamance, did you not? You did
No,
that
I
one
haven't
by
done
yourself?
Skolamance yet.
Oh, I thought you were in there by yourself.
We did go
No.
in there for
We
the
never went in
for
there.
the achievement. We needed an elder or something in there, which turns out it was outside. But we didn't actually finish it.
No, I mean, I thought I saw her in Skolamance the other day, like 2 days ago.
Oh,
Oh, I went
she
near
might
it
have
to pick
been.
up a quest.
Yeah, if you're on the island, I think it
Okay.
shows up as you being there because she's been doing. You've been working on the lore master. You're like
Yes,
farther
I'm
ahead of the
at-
lore master than we are,
You need the bars and stuff for the keys.
and some gold. You have to make a key
Oh,
for
right.
Skolamance, or Al could just let us in.
Well, we should get the key anyway for an achievement.
Right.
I'm at 464 of 550 of the lore master
Of the Eastern
of
Kingdoms.
the Eastern Kingdoms.
So you're
Nice.
getting there. That's a lot of quests.
It sucks. I am bored of it now. I can't do it anymore.
Well, then move on, do something else, and go back to it. You don't have to do it all in one sitting.
Unless you
also,
wanna
you're still
just get
talking
it
super
over with.
I
quietly.
just want to get it over with.
Okay, then keep working on it.
But
Did
I'm
you-
running out of places to get quests.
So you said the Outlands cooking though. Which one? Like you got all the recipes? Is that what you mean?
No, I did all like the daily quests.
Oh, you finished all the daily quests.
And
Okay.
then now I just have to I have to find the other quests.
Are
I
you-
have to, what's the one I need to do still?
Crocolisk's in the city.
Like for the fishing
Crockless?
dailies, you mean?
No. I'm still talking about cooking.
Oh, I thought
The
you said you
cooking
did all. Of them.
overall achievement to get the chef achievement.
You
I
need the recipes.
I need the recipes.
So you need to do the dailies, and you need to pick the fish crates to get 2 of them,
3.
and you need a meat crate for the other one.
I need more than 3.
Those are okay,
But those are the ones you get from the daily,
Yes.
is what he's saying.
and then
Oh.
Kylene,
Oh,
And
right.
thing is gonna teach you
was
too?
listening to you.
and another one you have to purchase somewhere. I think the other I wrote down exactly what you had to do.
I
It's
know.
all there in Discord. It's nice and easy. I mean, you should be able to get it within the next few days because those recipes should almost be
Always
looking
be
for
there.
you. And then you need, I think, one more crocodile. So you got to
Yeah.
just do the fishing daily for
I
crocodiles
still
in the city.
need to. I still haven't gotten the last fishing daily out there to get the achievement.
Yeah, which I think
So-
that one's a rarity. Ew! Don't lick it.
That was gross.
Well, a little bit. I want you to talk into your microphone. 'Cause
Sorry,
you-
I was talking to Al.
Don't
Yeah.
talk to Al. Talk to your microphone. So that's basically what we've been doing this week. We did play our lower level characters. We're up to like 38 now, right?
38,
Yeah.
39.
I think we're 38. What are we then? You don't
36?
know? We're 38. We're not 36. We were 36 last week. We've been leveling super slow, but I mean, it's fun when we do. We've been doing
Yeah.
some quests.
Yeah.
We finally found Fosric. We spent like,
Have
A
we?
big giant
Oh,
rock
yeah.
guy is hard to find.
well, because
Yeah,
he
we had a
passed
hard
around on
time.
that route. We were like, oh, we don't see him, so we'll go do this quest. And we'd like do the loop and we still don't see him, so we go do this quest. And then we'd do the loop and we still don't see him, so we go do this quest. And it took us like, I think we finished the rest of the zone before we finally found him. And then we charged in and I was like, oh crap, he's red. We killed him. It's fine. Like his level is red because he's too high.
Oh, I was going to say their level's 80s, but no, you're okay. I got it.
He's not question marks.
I got
he's
it.
red.
It's because you got a pally in your group.
Yeah. It does make a difference.
Pallies can do
That's
anything.
me.
I know who you are.
I still don't know how to play it. I always
Well-
hit the wrong buttons.
As long as you have your seal up and you use your judgments and you heal when needed, which sometimes you forget.
Never have kings.
Buffing with kings is helpful. Do that when you remember.
I sometimes let you die because I forget that I'm the healer.
Yes, you do. And then when I pop my my herbalism heal, you're like, "Why did you heal yourself? I was going to do it." Because I don't trust you, Sam.
Sorry, just reading the track record.
So that's what we've been up to. Now let's talk about.
That's what you two have been up to.
Oh, what have you been up to, Al?
Well, I went into Strathholm as well. a little bit on my own. I became the Argent champion. So I got both Argent reps.
The Argent champion or a Argent
Wait, is
champion?
that a
The-
achievement?
The Argent champ. You get both Argents up. You get the Argent. You get a title as well.
Because
So-
I think I just need Argent Dawn. I have the other Argent.
Yeah, probably. That's one. You
Done.
kind of get that one just by wearing tabards. The other one.
And then when I got the Argent champion, I got 20 exalted reputations as well. And then
And fun fact about the Argent Dawn reputation, I didn't realize this because I was like, I always just vendor the the tooth fragments and the Crypt Fiend pieces and all that stuff. Apparently, the first turn in for those, you get 1,000 rep with Argent Dawn.
that
Yes.
is correct.
Did not know that. We didn't do a second turn in because we ran out, so I don't know what you get for subsequent turn ins. But 1,000 for the first one is definitely worth holding on to at least 30 of those
I
things.
think it might be 20, maybe 50. But I mean, if you're going to go
But
in and
still,
run,
like,
just get the Corruptor stones.
Do
Scourge
all
stones.
5 of them. Well, because I mean,
Yeah,
if you get
yeah. I mean, if you got it for sure.
like, you might as well, right?
I've-
Even if
I've
like you just
vendored
check the
a bunch
auction
of those
house.
things and just
I know I vendor them all the time. I've vendored so many of the dark iron scraps. But just, yeah, look on the auction house. You can probably pick up like 30 of each for like a gold or two. I mean, you've got the money. You sell rugged leather for 150 gold a stack. You should be able to buy everything in the game.
Yeah.
Just wait till WoW tokens come out.
I
You'll
don't even
never
know
have
what
to-
those are. So
It's something you can buy with in-game gold, and then you can use it to get a month of playtime.
which you could still do, but you'd have to play some retail, which. But
Nobody wants to do that.
I was trying to get my Worm Rest Accord. It's the last one of that top 5 rep thing that I have to get up to Exalted. When I recently discovered, so I've been doing the daily for Worm Rest Accord in Dragonblight.
Wait, isn't there 3 dailies for Warm Rest Accord?
Yes, that's why I stress daily. Thank you for picking up on that. So then I found out that in Borean Tundra, there's 2 more dailies, and they're quests that I've been avoiding because the one of them annoyed the living crap out of me until I learned you just had to press 111135. No. 111153.
Oh, yeah, if you do 3-5, you die instantly.
No, well,
what
maybe.
quest is that?
It's the one where you have to fly around and do a bunch of nonsense to drakes.
Oh, I don't like that one.
Nobody likes it.
Well, if you do 111153, you're going to be good.
Okay.
Repeat it. What's the sequence, Sam?
Like
What's the sequence, Sam?
Even
Al's
the
talking.
even the guide I read said if you happen to aggro another one, just fly away. But then I was killing one, and I was going, this thing's hurting me a little bit more, but I'm going to kill it. I killed it, and it fell, and there was a drake right there. I was like, oh, there were 2 of them stacked right on top of each other.
Oh.
Then I got them both down in one shot. So 111153 is the way to go.
So one quick aside to that, Wrath of the Lich King has made me hate vehicle combat.
You suck.
I'm so tired of it.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of because we did our Argent tournament stuff, right? I dread the thought of jousting now. I don't want to get on a mountain joust. I just want to play my character. I don't want to get on a drake. I'm tired of getting on things. I just want to be me. So continue. What's the other
I
quest?
get it, but these are like just a few short minutes.
I know, but like it adds up and it drains on you a bit.
So as I'm looking around Dragonblight, trying to do pre-quests and everything, I managed to finish the Might of Dragonblight at the same time.
Am I the
What
only
is
one
that?
who's already had that finished?
No, I haven't finished.
Like before?
I have it finished on my shaman because we did it together on my shaman.
I helped Sam get the critter getter,
Yeah.
and she found out that it tastes like chicken.
Forgot that I did that one too.
Nice, fun.
So now, before I did all that, though, I was hanging out in the Burning Crusade. I was hanging out in the really dark
Shadow-
place, Shadow
Bill. Moon.
Shadow Moon Valley.
Shadow Moon Valley. I was going to say that, and then it just seemed wrong, but it was right. Shadow Moon Valley. So I was getting the Netherwing reputation, which I did really, really fast. So I got on Wings of Nether. I now have...
Yeah, which I was confused and angry about why you suddenly had exalted like 2 days after getting attuned for it.
It was 3, and it wasn't 3
I
days.
was like, don't
but
you
yeah.
have to do the dailies every day for like 8 months? That's why I stopped. Oh, no, that's not why I stopped. I couldn't get it. I couldn't get the thing to unlock. I finished the attunement and the quest hub's still not there.
I know. I expect, because we went there, everything was read to us, right? I expected that difficulty, but no, I went over. I was able to fly right into the guy. So check it again. It might work for you.
Yeah, see, because I did, like, my attune add-on even said that my attunement was done, but I can't, it won't phase me into the quest hub.
We were all together when we discovered that. We couldn't figure it out, but I went back and it was fine. So maybe it's just fixed on you. But
Have you started the Ogre Law? The other rep that you can get a flying mount from in Burning Crusade?
is that Ogre Law?
Ogrillia? Ogre. I don't know what
I've
it's.
started.
You
the
know what
other-
I mean, though.
I'm telling you, I didn't know it was called that. I thought it was like the Shatari Skyguard or.
That's a thing that exists as well, but I'm talking about the one in Bladespire Mountains. Bladespire?
There's a mount in Bladespire?
Yeah, if you do the Ogrelar rep, you can get like one of those Spore Bat mounts.
No, that's in Terracar.
No.
And behind the
Shatari
Alliance City.
Skyguard is in Terracar.
Yeah, but that's a Spore Bat.
No, I'm talking about the maybe it's one of the Ether Wraiths. There's a mount you can get from doing the Ogrelar rep.
I'll have to go and look that up.
And like I'm like 90% sure because I remember doing it back in the day. If not, it's an extra exalted reputation as well. But
Yeah.
like if you do those dailies, eventually I think when you get exalted, you can get a mount from there as well.
Cool. I'm gonna check.
I mean,
that
it's ugly and I hate it, but I mean it's a mount.
out. Yeah. Oh, so speaking of which, I'm this close.
Nobody can see your fingers out.
Today, when I go and do the Worm Rest, I'm going to get exalted. So I get the Red Drake today.
Sweet.
That's
You
going to
want
put me
the
up to
blue
like
one.
72
Wait,
mounts.
what red Drake?
The red Drake.
From what?
The Worm Rest.
You get a red Drake from Wormrest?
You got to buy it, but yes,
I didn't know the Wormrest vendor had a Drake.
you should go look again. Do you have exalted? Of course you have exalted.
I've had Exalted for like 6 months.
And you don't have the Red Drake.
No, I didn't know there was a red Drake.
Wow, you've been exalted for 6 months, and I'm going to have the Red Drake before you.
Well, not if I'm beside my computer.
You're
right
beside
now.
your computer. I know. I kind of just challenged you a little bit there.
Yeah, no, I had no idea. Well, there's never been anything on that vendor that I wanted, so I just kind of ignored it.
So here's the thing with the Netherwing. The thing with the Netherwing, I'm going to wrap it. No, I'm not. So this isn't the same as doing it back in the height of getting the Netherwing. There's hardly anybody there. There's a few people there, but there's hardly anybody there. If you know where the eggs are, which if you have add-ons, you do, you go and get the eggs. The eggs are worth 100 rep per turn in, but you go into the mines, you kill things. They drop.
I was just going to ask, is that the rep with the mine dailies, the mining dailies?
Yeah.
Like the mine. Okay. I
Yeah.
remember doing those.
And I can go in
I
there.
remember getting Exalted, and I remember it taking forever.
Yeah, but you can pick up eggs like crazy.
Are they stackable?
Yeah.
Huh.
So, and then kill everything that you can kill in the mine because they randomly drop the eggs too. So one night I needed like 20 eggs, and I just
You going to go pick up some eggs?
I don't know what we're talking about.
We're talking about Netherwing rep. It's a rep achievement, and it's an extra mount,
Okay.
and it's dailies. It's right. It's something you would like, and it's probably like once you get attuned. From what Al's saying, you could just go hunt in the mines and just collect the eggs. That's something you could do on your
well,
own.
you could probably still do it without being attuned. It's just you're going to have to kill the NPCs on your way through.
That's half the fun.
Yeah,
Do they drop
Sam
eggs?
loves killing
th-
people.
I don't know. I didn't kill them.
Al got attuned first.
Yeah, I was in attune. So one night when Bob from Warcraft Reloaded, by the way, very good podcast. I recommend that all our listeners go over and listen to them.
Yeah, they already do.
Okay.
You're not telling anyone anything new. with
I
that one.
know. I was just returning the flavor. The favor.
Flavor?
It's the favor of the flavor of the favor. You know what I'm saying? So I was just returning the favor. But while he was raiding some hard modes on 10 man, I think it was, or maybe it was 25 man, either way.
Wait, people can raid?
Yes. So I went in and I needed about 20 eggs, and I got about 20 eggs while he was doing it. And I was like, okay, it's my bedtime, but I need 4 more eggs. So I just pushed through and I got it. And of course, all the time to take it. So yeah, I got to bed really late.
Is that why you're still tired?
This was like a while ago, but
I said what I said.
But maybe. Yeah. And so I got another wing really, really fast. I just love the look on your face. I air quoted that because I wasn't actually seeing you, but just seeing the way you typed, like, wait a minute, you got that already? It was kind of nice.
Yeah, I didn't know there were bonus things you could get rep for. I thought you had to actually do the dailies and slowly get it.
Nope, there's boner things.
So is that everything you've been up to?
Pretty much just running Strathdome, trying to get them out.
Because I have some rants I need to go on here.
All right, so we
Rant number 1.
should do an intro for rants.
Oh, okay. Oh man, my voice cracked there. That was weird.
Well, you know what?
How old are you?
Do you know what? We started something on the first podcast that we've not done since.
Yeah, no, that was the second podcast actually.
Well, yeah, because the first one doesn't count because it's 20 minutes, but the second one, we haven't done it.
Yeah, I can possibly do one for this one.
What?
Do we have issues with each other?
Oh, the airing of grievances?
Airing of grievances.
Oh, I thought you meant because you asked me about doing one of the opening blurbs.
Oh, yeah. No, I wouldn't mind updating it a bit. But
Airing, do we? Okay, well,
You
let's
already
do.
aired out your
yeah, we already
grievances
aired our
when
grievances.
you.
We just didn't call it an airing of grievances.
We could have, because I wanted to have a regular segment called the airing of grievances, and you guys were like, no, we don't want to be negative.
No, that was Al.
I'm positive I didn't say that.
I don't know. I could go back and play it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's recorded. It's on the internet. It's forever.
Oh, no.
What did you have grievances to air, or are you
No,
talking
no.
about me wanting to rant about things?
No, go ahead and rant.
Okay, so my first thing I'm going to rant about
Rant on.
is Alone is no longer on Amazon Prime in Canada.
That has nothing to do.
It upsets me though.
Wow.
It upsets me, and I had to say something to somebody.
We can buy it on YouTube.
I think you're
For
alone on that
$20
one.
a season. No, seriously though, it's a good show, and it's like my favorite show, and now I can't watch it. I mean, I'm PVRing the new season, sure, but that's like a week between episodes. Who has time to wait for that?
Oh, no.
I want to be able to binge the stuff. Like we're in the middle of a season, and it just it's
okay,
just
we're
gone.
at the beginning of a season.
We're part way into a season.
We're on episode 3.
We are in a mount. We have invested.
I already
to-
picked my favorite, who I want to win.
And we'll never know unless
Well, I
we
can
pay
Google it.
$20 to YouTube. Well, don't Google it. That spoils everything.
Speaking of never knowing,
Don't Google it, Al, or you're out of the podcast.
I'm Googling something else.
Oh, you better be. But hey, this is. I'm upset about this. My show
Does
has been
anybody
taken from
else
me.
watch Alone?
People watch Alone. It's a really good show. It's helping to prepare me for when society collapses. But yeah, no, that's our primer. Because when all of this goes away, when society collapses and the raving hordes start looting in the streets, and we have to take to the hills to survive, we have to load our van up with all of our emergency water and canned goods and sardines.
That's already expired.
Doesn't matter. Food's food. And we have to head for the hills, and we have to know how to make these emergency shelters, and we have to know how to hunt. What?
Say that again.
Why did I say shelters weird?
Yeah.
I don't know how to say shelters properly. This is my educational programming. This teaches us what we need to know. I'm learning trapping.
You've already been doomsday prepping for
If
years.
it helps you, you can scale the trapping up and you can use it to hunt people.
Well, we can't eat people.
No, you
But we-
shouldn't. Remember earlier today we were talking about the distinction between shouldn't and can't?
Yes.
You shouldn't eat people. So that's my one thing that I'm angry about. Alone is no longer on Amazon Prime in Canada. Is it? Oh, we have Americans listening. Is Alone on Amazon Prime or any other streaming service in the States? Because like we could always just VPN it.
Do you know what? American Netflix is cooler than Canadian Netflix. There's so much more programming.
Netflix in general is terrible.
Yeah, I know.
So okay, so I was upset about that. Still am. I'm going to continue to be upset about that. Second thing is, has anyone else? I'm talking to the people in the same room as me now. Has anyone else noticed that there's nothing going on in game these days?
Yeah, because you
Yes.
don't play anymore.
I play, but there's nothing because there's no holiday events going on. We're like between holiday events.
I thought you just meant her guild.
We're done. Well, we're done the tournament stuff.
No.
And well, I mean, we're basically we still have the champion seals, but that's like 10 minutes a day. And no one in our guild plays anymore. Like our whole guild has quit.
They're on
No,
ish.
are they?
No.
Usually 1 or 2, at most
I don't
4 or
think-
5. No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about other people.
Oh,
I don't think I've seen. I think it's been 2 weeks since I've seen more than 8 people on at a time, and like 3 of them were us. Mm-hmm. But like raid last what is today? Monday. Raid on Friday. We had 12 people signed up for the 25 man, so it just didn't happen. They did a 10 man instead. And raid last night we had 8. Like 8 people, really? That's
Yeah.
like, are you upset about that? Because that bothers me.
I was never a big raider.
Because
I raided once
Yeah.
and I got frustrated.
But we don't even have Dungeon Group right now.
Yeah, we can't even put a 5-man together. We don't. I mean, I guess we could pug it, but like, I don't know. We joined this guild so that we could do things with people, and all the people left.
Dick on. And we find that you were there alone.
I am alone sometimes. I get online and I'm like, I'm
I'm all by
alone.
myself.
Al's never seen Alone, so he
No.
probably wants to do the theme song or something, but he doesn't realize there isn't
Is there
one.
even a theme? Oh,
No. So that's my thing. That's our guild is gone. Our tournament dailies are done. Noble Garden doesn't start till April 8th. Oh, yeah. Noble Garden starts on April 8th. And Children's Week doesn't start till May 1st. Children's Week starts on May 1st. We have stuff to look forward to, at least.
Yeehaw.
So basically, what do we have left? We have achievement hunting and gold farming, leveling alts. I mean, what do you do? What do you do when you have a guild that doesn't raid? Find
Get a new guild?
I guess.
Go to EverQuest.
See, here's my stance on raiding. As I want to raid, but I don't want to be locked into a schedule. I don't want to. So this is why I like the mere casual aspect. I like going to raids. I like gearing up, but I don't want to be expected there at every raid. So I want to go to a place where, because you want to be expected, Josh. I want to go to a place where you can raid, and if I feel like raiding that night, and if you have a space for me, I can go.
I feel like a lot of guilds are like that. I mean, some of the
Yeah. But I
some
don't
of the
want it
more
to fall
serious
apart.
guilds have like a set raid team, and
Yes.
you could be a bench player maybe. But like,
Yeah.
that sounds lame. But like, I'm all for trying to find a new guild because, like I said, like I like our guild. I like the people in our guild. Some of them,
Well,
most
here's-
of them, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, if they're not going to play, I don't want to stick around. Like, we've already had 2 raid lockouts. The last 2 raid lockouts where we've done nothing.
Just pug something for yourself, I guess.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
but
mind getting
that's-
into a 10-man.
Like, I don't mind pugging raids, but it's exhausting.
Yeah.
Because you gotta be like, okay, so I'll decide, okay, on Friday I want to raid. So I want to, first of all, I mean, I'm committed to our guild, so I can't like pug early in the week just in case people decide to show up. Because then I'm locked out, and they're like, well, why are you locked out for raid night? So I have to wait till Friday or Saturday.
You don't have to. If you can see how people are signing up, you know how it's going to be.
I do know how it's going to be, but, I guess I could always bring an alt if I had to, but...
You
Like-
could always take me.
But I know I could. But for pugging, like, you got to decide what night you're going to do it, right? And then you got to get on early and you got to start looking for pugs. And you got to get into it, and usually they start recruiting like a couple hours before the raid. So you got to get in, you got to get your name in, probably get their Discord, sign up on Discord, then be back for that time, and then you got to wait for them to finish recruiting because they never have enough people by raid start time. And you got to hope that people actually stick around for it because it's just a pug. So you might get in there, someone might get the drop they want off the first boss, and then they're out. And okay, now we're recruiting again. And
Do
we'll
people
get to
actually do that?
Yes, they
Yeah.
do.
Oh.
And then you'll get to another boss where like the good wanted item drops and it doesn't drop, and 2 more people are gone. So now we have to recruit again. And then the farther you get in, the harder it is to find somebody willing to join your pug.
Yes.
So if you've made your way in and you're at like General Vezix or something, and you've just had a couple people drop because they didn't get any of their tier pieces, and that's what they're there for. So now you're sitting in front of General Vezix, and you've got 20 people, and you're trying to recruit 5 more, but you're saying, okay, looking for 2 more for what, Vezix and Yogg? And people see that. People see I can't talk. People see a pug trying to recruit for Vezix and Yogg, and they're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to join this pug, and they're not going to kill either of those things, and I'm going to waste my lockout. So good luck getting someone to join.
Yeah, I get that.
So, like, you can pug this stuff, but I mean, and if you find a good pug, great, you got lucky. But there's just as much chance of you getting into like a 4-hour long nightmare that gets nothing accomplished.
Unless you joined a guild pug.
Oh, and that's what I've done in the past. That's what I was doing on my shaman. That's how I geared up my shaman. There are a couple guilds whose discords I'm in who I'll go and I'll check their signups, and if they're short on shamans, maybe I'll sign up my shaman as a pug. But like that's less reliable because those are guilds that have a roster, and if their guildies show up, you get bumped, and then you're back to square one. So, and on top of that, like I don't know, you probably haven't done any pug raids, and I don't know how it is on the other servers, but on our server, if you join a pug, you've got, X number of items on hard reserve. The Valenier shards are on hard reserve. The orbs are on hard reserve. The patterns are on hard reserve. All the BOEs are on hard reserve. So, like, you got to kind of comb through the list of stuff that you don't even have a shot at before you go into it. It's a whole hassle. It's better if you have a guild.
Yeah.
Like, I want to have a reliable guild. Like even if I don't want to raid every week, which I mean eventually, I mean I'm probably not going to want to raid every week for all of Alduar, and then I'm probably not going to raid every week for all of Trial of the Crusader. But it's nice to have the option. It's nice to have a set group that you can go with, like some sort of stable reliability, which we don't have, and there's apparently not a lot of on this server. And also, another fun thing is trying to find a good solid raid spot as a Ret Paladin. That's just not fun at all.
It's funny you said that, and as soon as you said that, I looked up and there was an advertisement for a guild looking for a Ret Paladin.
You did point that out, yeah. But their raid nights are the wrong nights.
Yeah.
I want Friday nights, but whatever. We'll see. We'll see next week where we're at.
Why don't you? I can't because I'm not a regular raider, so I would really be. It would really be bad
next
for me
week.
to.
We'll talk about next week in a minute.
Okay.
It'd be really bad for me to say something like this, but maybe you could speak up and post something in the guild chat and say, okay, what is really going on here? Like, do we have to worry about this? Should we be doing something else? Should we be looking elsewhere?
Oh, that was my plan. If last night didn't happen, which it didn't, I was going to post and be like, what is going on here? Because I don't want to waste all of Alduar signing up with 8 other people for a 25-man and then not raiding. So
When are you going to do that?
I was going to do it today, but I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Okay.
But yeah, I can't really speak up to that end because I am more casual than you are. And
Yeah.
they'll say, you don't even come anyway. So I don't want that. But you were there.
I've been there for
consistently
most of the
on
raids.
numerous characters. So
Yeah.
definitely.
I think I might have missed through Nax and through the first couple, like through the first month or whatever we've been into Alduar. I think I've maybe missed one Friday raid. Sometimes I have to miss Sunday because of work, but I never work Friday evening, so I can always go to the Friday evening raid. So I don't miss those.
Yeah.
I'm there consistently. I've even signed up for the last couple where no one's showed up. Now, granted, I didn't log in last night, but I saw that only 8 people were signed up, and I was like, I just don't feel like dealing with this today, so I didn't log in.
Yeah. Plus, I was there to tell you if anything was different.
Yes, which it wasn't.
No, they did. Looks like they did at the VOA 10 and then stopped.
Which is, it's a sad thing when you have to settle for a 10-man and still probably pug a player or two. I mean, that's not good, but
All right.
that's just like my opinion.
Yeah, we're not going to debate that at all. Your opinion is valid.
Yes.
Do you have any more rants?
No, because I kind of lumped my entire agenda into one solid rant. The nothing is going on. Our guild all quit, and there's no events going on until next month.
I thought it was really funny last week where we were talking about pugging because I think we had a few more people. We had 13, 14 signups. And I said, well, we can just pug the rest. And then the one tank we had, as soon as that was said, dropped into absence.
Do you think
Yeah.
that's why he dropped out?
Probably.
Yeah,
Do you
probably.
do you really want to pug a raid and say, okay, we need all our tank spots filled?
Well, I mean,
That's something that's-
I can main tank Alduar. I'm geared well enough for it. We would just need an off tank.
It just says something when you go to do a raid as well and you have no tanks signed up.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I don't sign up as a tank, but they know that I can tank. So I'm there as a backup. But we have and this is not okay. This bugs me too. So I'm going to rant about something else. So when we were finishing up Nax, getting towards the end of Nax and getting into Alduar, I on several occasions asked to switch my main spec to tank spec because I felt like I would be more useful tanking because we didn't have consistent tanks showing up. And they were like, no, we have our tank spots filled. We have a paladin tank, a DK tank, and a warrior tank set as main tank spec. You're welcome to roll off spec on tank gear. We might even use you to off tank from time to time, but we don't need more tanks. And I was like, okay. That was at like the end of Nax. Beginning of Alduar, I said again, I spoke up. I was like, can I respec to main spec tank? Because I feel like I'll be more useful because everyone's going on about how bad Ret DPS is. And they were like, no, we don't need tanks. So now we're 2 months into Alduar, or however long in we are.
And we have no tanks.
And what are we short on every week?
Players,
Well,
Tanks.
yes, players, but tanks in particular.
tanks, healers, DPS.
Our warrior tank, I don't think, is logged on in a month. He keeps posting in our Discord being like, hey, anyone playing retail? So I think I know where he went. And
Why?
I don't know. People like dragons and shiny transmog stuff, and I don't know. So, and then our DK tank, our DK tank hasn't been on in a month, and our main tank signs up and then unsigns up. So, like, what's going on here? And of course, I've spent this whole time only being able to roll off spec on tank gear, so I don't have all the tank gear. I mean, I have some. My tank's that's decent, but
Does this sound a little bit familiar?
does what sound familiar?
This situation?
I don't know. Does it? Is it a side or an old guild thing?
I mean, not word for word, but yeah, people just stop signing up and
Yeah. That
no.
that's a different situation though, because people stopped signing up because the leadership went on a
They started kicking people out for silly reasons.
Boot spree. They kicked a bunch of players out, and that right before Nax, right before Classic Nax, not Wrath Nax.
Yeah, so the last raid,
Yeah. So they went
not the first.
Yeah, they went all nuts with booting the geared players out, and then we tried to start doing Nax, which was 40 man at the time, and we could only get like 20 people, 25 people signed up, and we were able to kill some trash, but you couldn't kill I can't talk. You couldn't kill bosses in 40 man classic Nax with 25 people. Not our guild. Maybe if you're like the best of the best, but like we were not there. And they would drag us in every week on raid night anyways and be like, all right, we're going to kill trash. Maybe we'll try and kill a boss this week. And no, did not happen. Apparently it did eventually, but
We weren't there.
I had already quit at that point because that was the thing to do.
Yeah, it's funny though. They still have a good raid team going. It seems.
Well, I mean, I think
Why,
there's
you
a
talk to
shortage of
people?
guilds.
No, he streams.
I think there's
Oh.
a shortage of guilds on Alliance side on our server.
There's
So
sort
I
of
think they all just kind of absorbed into the couple guilds that were there, and they are one of them.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Should be used to people bailing on us by now. So this was
Did you say that on purpose? Did you want to lead us into something?
no. I'm still playing. I have less reason,
Well,
I have
got
less
some
reason
things
to
I
log
could use
in.
some help with. I'm just saying.
and I log in and help you. I've been logging in,
I do want to do all the
but when all the what?
Duar.
All the Duar?
Huh?
The whole Duar?
all the old classic dungeons. Yes, you say I can do it by myself, but I would never be able to finish all the dungeons by myself.
I did some with you. We've been doing them. We're slowly knocking them out.
Okay.
I'm just dreading doing Alderman because I hate that place.
Yeah,
I know
I'm
I have
down
so
to
many
the,
quests in there.
I'm down to the raids. I need to get the raids done.
Oh, did you when we did Stratholme the other day and you did the dungeon quest? Did it count towards your lore master?
Yes.
Okay. Because I know the Burning Crusade ones do not.
Okay.
I was in one of the Quailfang dungeons, not slave pens,
Underbog?
the Underbog, because that's the place where I was supposed to be able to get rep for the Cenarian.
Yeah.
It was only off of select.
Well,
Mobs.
are you already like revered?
No, I'm honored.
Huh.
So I expected it to be everybody, but no, I got like 7 off the big bog lords.
Steam Vaults will be better. And you'll get the armaments in Steam Vaults.
Is that a raid or a dungeon?
That's the dungeon. There's three of those Coilfang dungeons.
Then I want to do Steam Vaults.
There's Slave Pens is the lowest, then Underbog, then Steam Vault. Steam Vault will drop the Coilfang armaments. And
Oh,
they
it's
turn in
higher
their
than the
75.
Underbog, so-
Yeah, they're 70. You should be able to do it. It's easy. Like, especially in non-heroic. I don't need to be in prop mode to do it.
Yeah.
But you'll get the Coilfang armaments, and they're 75 rep each.
I grabbed a bunch of hibiscus while I was in there.
The Sanguine Hibiscus.
The sanguine.
Are you done Sporgar rep yet?
Nope.
The what else is it? The Boglord tendrils. Sometimes you can pick them up super cheap on the auction house. Just do the repeatable quest to just get the ground spawns.
Yeah.
It's pretty quick.
I'm working the ground spawns you're talking about.
You can repeat the so you know the swamp down in the south of Zangarmarsh, where the Sporgar are.
Yeah.
You can get 2 repeatable quests. You can get the Boglord tendrils, and you can get the one to pick up the little bulbs that grow on the ground.
Yes.
If you just keep doing the bulb one on repeat and kill the giants while you're going in and out, you'll get enough Boglord tendrils, and you're not going to have competition for the bulbs. So you should be able to just kind of sprint around and do those quickly.
Yeah, I already know. I'm already doing the bulbs, but the bulbs are their currency as well.
The bulbs are?
Yeah. It's not gold.
No, the glow caps are.
Oh. What am I? Okay, when you said bulbs, I was thinking of glow caps.
No, there's the glow caps, and then there's the, I don't know what they're called. They're like the little things that like attach with the little thread, and they're like a little balloon on the ground.
Okay.
They're in the Bog Lord area.
Yeah, I do recall that a little bit.
Yeah, so that's. I think I did that for some of my rep, but I was also doing Cenarian at the same time. So I was doing the dungeons, the steam or the Coil Fang dungeons, and picking up the hibiscus in there as well.
All right, they're my next target. I want to get the Cenarians done because I want to get that hippogriff.
The Cenarian hypocrite.
Yep. So I want this. I want the Cenarian hypocrite, and then I got to go find out about that Ogre Law one you're talking about.
Yeah, you should do that.
And I got to get the Shatari one done as well.
Yeah, I don't think I'm done. I'm not done Shatari Skyguard yet. There's a few, there's actually a few Burning Crusade reps that I'm not done that I still need to get back and do.
Yeah. And then I wouldn't mind going over to the island and getting the whatever's over the Shattered Sun.
Oh yeah, that one's actually not hard.
No, I know. I just haven't
Because
gotten
there's
to it.
like
a lot to
like
do.
15 dailies you can do up there. And it doesn't take long when there's not dozens of other people there doing them. Yeah, you can be done it in like a week. Like it's pretty, and you also get rep from Magister's Terrace. So if we do the mount runs there, you get rep from that as well.
Why don't we just run Magister's Terrace like crazy until it doesn't give us rep and then do the quests?
Well, we could. I mean, you can only do the heroic for the chance at the mount once a day, though.
Yeah, true enough.
So, well, anyways, we're at like an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, we actually had a decent podcast this week. It wasn't filled with gobbledygook.
I liked our gobbledygook. Did you not like last week's podcast?
I like doing it.
I feel like people liked listening.
Well, I'll have to listen to it in order to like listening to it. I listened to a little bit of it, but I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet.
I think we should do like little fun off-topic ones like that every so often.
Yeah.
Because there's only so much you can talk about WoW. I mean, I feel like we filled it this week, but Sam's also fallen asleep on us. So
It's funny how we filled it this week with not doing anything in Guild.
Well, I mean, that's because our playing in WoW does not revolve around our guild. It can't because no one's ever online.
Kind of did for the last one, but yeah, this one was good. We got a lot done this week. I like this week. I mean, I have never had another Drake before, so I was happy. I got the green one.
Nice.
Josh
So
and I are also on holidays for the next 2 weeks after this week, so we'll probably get a lot of playing in.
yes, I was just
Except for one of
except
the
we're going to
weeks.
be away for one of the weeks.
So maybe that week we can post a gobbledygook podcast because we won't have a lot of.
Yeah, we can take our recording stuff with us and try and hook Al up through Discord.
Take your stuff home.
He doesn't have an
Oh.
adapter for it.
Right.
So let's talk about next week though, because there's a chance that we should be able to get an episode out
But
because
it won't be like WoW filled because we won't have that much time.
we've got
we'll have my
we've got all this
laptop
week.
to
We've got all
take.
this week to play. It's not until the week after this
Oh,
that
it's
we're
the
going to be
week
going away.
after.
It's just during March break, basically. Do people?
I don't know.
Do
Do
Americans
Americans
have
get
March
that?
break?
Yes.
Americans, do you have March break?
Yes.
People in Sweden, do you have March break?
Well, they must because there's a big
I guess
industry
it would
on
be
March
called
break
spring
vacations,
break.
and they can't run that completely off of Canada.
No, you can't really run much completely off of Canada. But either way, over the course of March break, we are going to probably put episodes out, but there's a chance they might be delayed because we've got a bunch of stuff going on. So,
Or why don't we
We'll
just
be out of town.
skip an episode?
because
I don't know.
I don't know, we don't need to skip an episode. Even
It
if we
just might
do like
not
a
be
short
out
one,
on Monday.
just a short nonsense episode. We got to do something.
Okay.
If we skip an episode, people will forget we exist. And if people forget we exist, we disappear. We start fading out of photographs. Our voices get really quiet. We basically just kind of fade away into nothing.